Have you?
Windswept. Morning. The Super Cup victory, what else, other than the trophy itself, what else can that give you this season, do you think, that victory?
I don't know yet. We will see. It felt good. It felt much better than we thought before the game. It will feel. It was brilliant. And after 120 minutes, investing all the things we invested in the game, different and difficult circumstances for both teams, of course, that makes it even more worthy. So I can really imagine how Chelsea must have felt after that. They did nothing wrong in the game, and then you go home without that good feeling, but with exactly the same work rate, and that's probably we're there on the better side. That's cool, but we came back yesterday, had a little time to analyze Southampton, and that's actually our thing to think about, not what the Super Cup will bring us for the rest of the season, because we don't know. Winning things is much better than losing them. That's true. We are now obviously more experienced in finals. We have kind of a rather winning approach than how I said a couple of times. Usually, I believe in the result is the result of the performance, and it's true, but it depends on the performance. Where you are spot on, you have to be clinical in the right moments. You have to be solid in all the other moments and stuff like this, and that's what we could do good enough to win this final as well. So that's it. That helps for the future if we play a final again. But that's all.
I guess for Adrian as well, a fantastic moment to save the penalty when you're coming into a side fresh like that. That will help him a lot, I would imagine.
That would help him a lot if it would be 100% clear that he can play tomorrow. Because, and I really don't understand it, why in the world of social media where you are all on it, when we were all together, a supporter jumped over something, was chased by some security guys, slipped, and kicked his ankle. Yeah, crazy. So yesterday was swollen. Today I spoke to him. He's here. I spoke to him. He said it's better, much better than yesterday. But we have to see. So, but apart from that, yes, it was a brilliant night for him, for sure. Not only because of the penalty, especially because of the game. I think he saved the penalty, and he was in a mood. He was in the penalty shooting because of the game he played before. So that was all good. But no, we have to see.
So I guess you're looking at maybe Lonergan for the trip. And how is this? What's happened this week? How does that spoil your preparations? I mean, you haven't had much time. I guess you'll be leaving later today.
Yeah, we will leave. We train in 2 hours or so, and then we will leave. Right. My plan when I heard about the fixtures, so was to win on Wednesday, to win on Saturday, and to speak about it after that. Because if you speak about it earlier, it sounds like you're looking for excuses. I don't. We don't. It's like it is. But everybody who looks at it, it was. Was it right that we played on Friday and Chelsea on Sunday? No. Was it now? And the other thing we cannot change. So that's the situation. But we cannot change these things. We have no power, absolutely 0.0 power. We only have to accept it like it is, and that's what we do. And now we don't think about it. We don't think about Wednesday night. We think about Saturday, and that's what we have to do. And so find a way to win the game. That's the reason why we go there, and that's possible. And so that's what we should try.
Simon? Is Andrew Lonergan ready, just in case?
Yeah. Queef McKellar is now in training as well. So we have then, if we have to make a decision, we have to make a decision. So, but yes, of course, it's for nobody. Adrian came in a week before. Andy Lonergan trained longer with us, played half time, I think. Maybe Seville, I'm not sure. One of the preseason games. Queef which we all are completely excited about. The young boy with the potential he has and stuff like that was not in training for a while, but is now in training, not 100% training, but nearly 100% since a week and a half, I would say. Has to be in training today, and then we will see, and then we have to make a decision.
And just with regards to, it was great to see Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain making his first start in what seems like forever. So I'm just wondering what the impact was, whether it be positive or otherwise, both physically and mentally, and going forward, how he's reacting to that.
Oh, it was positive, physically especially. We all know that Ox, with the potential he has, can have much more impact than he had in that game, but it's normal, and after a long period, and there can be surprising ups in a situation like this, and then they will follow it down 100% because just you need to get used to all the intensity and stuff like this. Position he didn't play for a while. Yes, in preseason, played it from time to time. All that stuff. That's why I said it was my responsibility, not his, because I made the decision to play him there. But he was good. He played a pass for a sensational chance of Mo Salah. So there was absolutely, and I'm completely fine with it. That Ox was maybe not overly happy that we took him off after 45 minutes. He didn't say anything, but I can imagine. But it doesn't mean anything. It's just it was 45 minutes, and that intensity in that game with the first half was really lively, and I think it was absolutely worth it. And so now we have to carry on. He has to carry on. We have to carry on, and then everything will be fine.
Jurgen, how much of a test, every Premier League game's a test, but how much of a test will Southampton be? Bearing in mind the manner of their defeat at Burnley last week, you had a quick chance to look at them, but also the quick turnaround and recovery that you guys have had from the superstar.
I don't want to talk about the short period we have, so I did it already, but I said my plan was to talk after the game about it, win both, and then say what is probably appropriate to say. Southampton lost 3-0 goals. Burnley full of power, using circumstances, stuff like this, and then they gave the game away in like 10 minutes or so, 10, 15 minutes. But Southampton is a really strong side with a very specific style of play, and we had enough time to analyze them. It's just the day when you come back, we never take longer. It was just that we had to do it last night immediately after coming back from the other game. So we saw 2 preseason games, watched them, and saw the game against Burnley. So we have all the information we need. They have the opportunity. They can make a few changes, but they didn't play as bad as the 3-0 looks, and they will be still full of desire and confidence, and maybe even more so, of course, desire because the way how they lost the game at Burnley. Last year was a difficult game for us there. We were 1-0 down early. Had to stay calm, stuff like this, and was really difficult the way they played. They played last year, made our analysis a bit tricky because they played against all the other teams different to how they played against us, and we don't know that, of course, 100% what they will do. We have to expect both, and have to be prepared for both. That's the job to do. That's normal. How I said, it's early stage of the season. We all have the same chances. We all have the same jobs to do, and now, let's do it.
Jurgen, Sadio Mane is back on the goal trail already. I know he was the latest to come back after his involvement in the African Cup of Nations, but his goals last season, he's a fabulous asset for you. But it's physically as well, isn't it? Because he's got this incredible durability. Where does all that come from, do you think?
Oh, the boys, there are natural talents out there physically, and it's obvious. I think if you saw Kante playing, everybody, I would say that the 3 players who suffered the least in that game were Kante, Sadio, and Mo. That's how it is. So they are more used to play in circumstances like that. That's how it is. Physically really strong, all 3 of them, and so that helped, of course. And it was a pure decision based on responsibility to get him off and not let him go the full 120 minutes. How could you? Otherwise, why would you take off a player who scored 2 goals and looked pretty okay in that moment still? Yeah, very important for us that he's back 100%. And so I said, now we have to make sure and have a look how they all recovered. We saw each other yesterday when we left the plane. and now I will see them in an hour or so, and then we have to make decisions there as well. But brilliant! This is the first goal with Bobby together, pure will. The second goal with Bobby together, pure extra class. That's just was just unbelievable. And but what Mo played now since we started the season is incredible as well, because he had, how we all know, not the longest preseason in the world, and so that's all good. But that's how we need them, and that hopefully will continue forever in the best way.
The defence last season was so watertight, and it wasn't just the amount of goals that were conceded, which was the best in the Premier League, but not that many chances conceded in games. But so far this season, have you been surprised by the amount of chances that the opposition have created? And maybe is some of that to do with the lack of time that you've had preparation-wise pre-season?
It depends on what you compare us to. If you compare us to August last year, it's not that big a difference. It's two things. I'm not sure how you felt after the game against Chelsea, because it's the thing is they had a lot of finishes when they were offside, and they don't whistle them off when they don't go in the goal. You get a goal kick, another offside situation, so you don't even watch it back. It's just, but they had, when we make the analysis of a game, and you see that it was 2-3 yards offside, not only a little bit. So it means that's good defending, but they still have a finish, which everybody counts. If not here, then you count it here. You feel, and again, a chance they had, again a shot and stuff like this. We know that we have to improve. We know that we have to do a couple of things, but that few things will just come because we are then longer together, had different situations, get used to it again. Said it before, football is unfortunately not like cycling. It's not that you can lose it a little bit, and that's how it is. So we have to find back on our best path, if you want, and that's what we try. But I said, especially in the early stage of the season, you always have to find a way to win the game. That's all what you have to do. And we played City, obviously one of the best teams, if not the best team in the world. We played Chelsea. I think everybody who thought they cannot play football anymore learned it now better. They have an outstandingly good team and full of skill and all that stuff. And we played Norwich, which they had chances, but that's normal for the start of the season. We scored for, and then we didn't react exactly like you wish for. But that's normal as well. We need to get used to that as well, to control a game and in a better way, stuff like this. And that's all normal. It's all about analysis is important, criticism is sometimes important. But it's all about getting used to the situations again, work on the details, and then everything will be fine. We didn't get worse over the summer in defending. Why should we? There's no reason for that. It's just other teams have good players as well, and we respect that. If everybody else respects that as well, everything is okay.
Okay, Pierre, have you got anything? Yes?
Jurgen, just go back to Adrian. Was it after the match during the celebrations that it happened? Was it a Liverpool fan? I mean, just sounds really bizarre, doesn't it?
There were pretty much only Liverpool fans there, and it probably was one. Yeah. So it's, what can I say? It's not. I think there's no doubt about how much we love our fans. So there's no doubt about that. But if they all could stop doing that, that's now the worst example actually I so far heard about. But all these, we played against City. Somebody was running on the pitch, right? We played in that game. Somebody was running over the pitch. We had Norwich as well. City not in this game, but in Istanbul as well, or not?
Yes, on the
So it's not funny. What can I say? I know it's good use. It's like funny, and the girl in the Champions League final made obviously money with it. So I don't know what you can do against it, but it's not. I like the fact that we don't have fences in the stadium, but that means there's a lot of responsibility for the supporters as well. So if the one person cannot hesitate or stop himself, then the people around should do it and not force it, because it's not funny. In this case now, yeah, you will see it. It's possible to watch it, and it's crazy. If you see it, you think, wow, how can something like this happen?
Are you waiting for the swelling to go down before you get sent for scans? Is that before you know what?
We will not go for a scan, I think. We wait for the swelling's going. It went already down. You can imagine you have that, then you fly 4 hours back, and it doesn't help swelling. So he couldn't have played directly after we landed in Liverpool. But I saw him now. It's okay. It looks better. But we have to. The decision will be made tomorrow. No chance to make it early.
David, anything from you? Anything from the other radios? Chris? Yes?
Jurgen, how's Nappy Keita? He came out of training on Tuesday and didn't feature on Wednesday.
Yeah, not available. Not available. It's a muscle thing. We don't know exactly how long it will take, but it's not available.
Neil?
One of the things a lot of people have noticed in the first few games has been a higher defensive line from the team. Do you think that's going to be more common around the league with VAR coming into the Premier League, that it rewards better organised defences to catch people offside?
Yeah, we don't defend higher than we did before. It depends to the situation. It depends to that's what I spoke about. Get used to the situations again. It's not, but using the offside line is always part of defending. That's why it's for me difficult to judge the situations in the game, because they, at the end, I think they scored twice after an offside situation, Chelsea. So how do you count that? You think in the moment, wow, how can he be that free? And then you see it back and think, okay, he was 3 yards offside. That's not a chance. In the good old times, the flag would have been up and it's brilliant defending. Now it feels like they had a chance, and everybody feels strange. So we don't want to. Yes, it's we know that VAR is in there now. It's not really a decision for VAR. So now each offside decision will be settled, because we want to do the right things in the right moment. But using offside line is a big part of defending. That's why it's there, and as long as it is there, we have to use it. That was always like this. But we don't defend now 10 yards higher than before and said, so now we don't care anymore what happens in our back. That's not how it is. You have to make the right things in the right moment. You have to put the people under pressure. The more pressure the guy on the ball has, the higher the last line is. If you have no pressure on this person, you cannot have a high line. That's how it is, and that's what we always did, and that's what we will do. We'll do it in the future as well, because that's the way how you play football.